with Staffy that look, I use Staffy because you guys brought him up. It does not fix Manchester United. There is no Man United fan who should labor under that delusion that we will be fixed. It will make us better, but not fixed.
You're covering your ass, Terry. You're covering.
No. It's not covering my. No. It's not about covering our ass. It's about. No, I ain't doing anything.
It definitely fixes Man United, Terry. What do you mean it doesn't
fix? Fuck off. Hang on, fixing Manchester United means we can compete for the Premier League. Can we compete for the Premier League?
Top 5. You can get top 5.
That's not fixing us. We are not fit.
You can go back to the Champions League.
Man United squad.
That's the first step of fixing, no?
Again, let me finish. It'll make us better. Becoming better and improving is part of fixing. We are not fixed as a club and as a squad until we are challenging for that Premier League title and we believe we can do it consistently. So we have to get the language. We are podcasters. We are, whatever you want to call us, podcasters.
Entitled again. The entitled language that Man United fans use.
Yeah, what do you mean? No.
Entitled language that Man United fans think that to fix. Man United fans think that to fix their club, they need to be challenging for the Premier League. One step at a time.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, one step at a time.
Yes, hang on a minute.
Hang on a
minute. You two must have something stuck in your ears today. Literally just said he improves us. He makes us better. We become a better side. That does not mean fixed. The word fixed and improvement are not the same things. If I've got problems with my car, multiple problems all over it, engine, wheels, balance, suspension, I might change a few parts and it can now go from A to B okay. I might be able to make a journey to the shops and back. I might be able to take the kids to school and back. Doesn't mean I can do a 300-mile round trip to Manchester and back without it breaking down. There is fixing some problems and there is completely fixing the team. And this is not entitlement, is we should be winning everything. Man United fans who, like me, who see us spend as much as everybody else, pay out some of the biggest wages in the world. I do not believe it's entitled when we behave that way to expect to call it fixed only when we've got a credible chance of competing for the league title. If we started spending as much as Brentford, paying the wages of a Brighton, then my expectations would change. We don't. We spend and we pay out wages.
You're missing the point, though.
No, you're missing the point. We are not.
No, I'm not.
Baleba. You're completely
I'm not. Okay,
wrong.
I'll tell you why I think you're fixed. Let me provide you the opposite argument.
Wrong.
The reason why I believe you're fixed with Baleba is the following. Manchester United now, with the signing of Baleba, can get top 5. Do we agree?
It's not fixed.
It's not a guarantee, but you're gonna get like top 5 with him, like at least. You know, that's what I'm expecting. You change your entirety of your front 3. You got Baleba in. I think top 5 is very fair. I'm not asking Man United to win anything. I'm not asking Man United to compete. I'm not asking anything. I think you get top 5. Now, top 5 doesn't fix Manchester United, but it's 100% a step in the right direction. And not just is it a step in the right direction, and the reason why I say it fixes Manchester United as well is the following. It's step 1 into being completely fixed. Because you don't just fix like this. You got to take steps to get fixed. And if you go from 15th to 5th, so that's a 10-place improvement, you're definitely moving in the right direction in terms of fixing.
I agree with that. But fixed is a permanent, settled solution. When something is fixed, it works. When something is improved and has got better, but still needs to be fixed more, you can't call it fixed. Fixed by definition means secure, fastened, firm, stable, complete, definite. It is fixed. We are not fixed. You could make an argument that the front 3, the attacking section of Man United, could potentially be fixed by buying 3 players and adding it to the Brunos and the Amads in those positions. You could argue that department of the team theoretically could be fixed, but there's no way a midfield that needs a 90% overhaul is fixed because of Baleba.
But you don't need a 90. You're assuming that you need 90%.
No, my opinion. Yeah, we do.
Okay, your opinion. Okay, our opinion is different. My opinion is Baleba, Bruno, Kobemeno, Ugarte, Casemiro. That's a good enough midfield to actually be top 5 in the league.
Is that good enough? Again.
So very good. Let me finish then.
Sorry. You say it's a good enough to be in top 5. Well, Man United fans don't believe that just qualifying for the top 5 makes us fixed. We want and we demand a midfield that is good enough to win the league. To do that, Most of us believe Ugarte and Casemiro have got to be replaced. Baleba would be new. We're now going into 3/5 of that change. It's now expected Bruno's going to be gone in a year anyway. That means, right, 80% of that midfield minimum is going to be changed in most people's eyes. So 90% I'll pull back from. 80% of our current midfield
is fixing Man United winning the league. I don't get it.
I don't understand.
You have to become fixing Man United is becoming a stable Champions League side.
No, it's not.
That's what's fixing Man United.
No, it isn't. Who are you to say that's what we want? How can you tell Man United fans
that's our opinion? That is your opinion.
That's not the point. That's not the point. I'm saying if you become a consistent Champions League club, you will challenge for the league by definition if you're consistently in the top.
No, you're not. No, you're not. No,
it's more logical to say what we say than what you say.
Nonsense. Nonsense. You're both talking shit. You're both talking nonsense.
Okay, good. If it's more logical that if Man United this season get 5th, season after, change 1 or 2 midfielders, get 3rd, maybe challenge like Arsenal, not win it. It's more logical that next season, the season after, you're going to win the league. You're not going to fix it completely. What I mean by fixing it completely.
You're not going to fix it.
That's definitely, it's a there's a house that is unlivable. You are fixing the roof to be able to sleep in it. That's fixing parts of the house.
And then not fixed.
But it's one step at a time. That's what you mean.
Yes,
that's one of the step
what
at a
I
time.
have said. That's what I've said.
No,
you're the one who said. You said Baleba fixes Man United. I said no. It's a step change. It's an improvement.
You give Amarim that squad that I'm talking about, and give him time and give him 2 years without even changing a lot of your players and not even changing, just improving some, which is every club aim. Even the fixed club, the fixed ones aim to improve, even if they win the league. Even like Liverpool, did you think Liverpool last season were fixed? No, they had a Darwin Núñez up top. They had Diaz plays up top. That is the point.
They won the league.
You fix and they still not fixed. In their eyes, they still needed a striker. They still need backup center backs. So in their eyes, it's not fixed, right? Man United getting Baleba with literally now with change front three, with Xerxes being there, with Amad Diallo being there, with Mazraoui, Lisandro Martinez, De Ligt. You basically have a good team that if you give him to a good manager can actually challenge for the league, but not next year, the year after, or the year after.
Agreed.
That is what is going on.
I completely and utterly agree with you that Baleba doesn't totally fix Manchester United, and I believe that it's a step in the right direction and will be a better side. That I have not disagreed with. I refute the word fixed. The word fixed should not be used to describe Manchester United by the end of this summer window, because Staffy is 100% right that Man United will not be fixed at the end of this transfer window. Maybe one department. It is still going to take at least 2 more summers to get us anywhere near and a stabled league title challenges. Could we make the top 5? Yes. But Newcastle came 5th last year and were practically 20 points off the top. Being 5th does not equate to you being a title race.
How good is your front line, Terry? Let's go to step by step. How good is your front line?
I think Terry's covering his ass just in case things doesn't go well.
And what way am I covering my
Because
ass?
you're very positive, Terry, and you're being very sly about this. You've actually been lately, like I'd say for this since Amarim became a Man United manager, you've shifted your approach. You've become extremely positive. The only time I've seen you lose your mind is when you lost to Spurs. Other than that, you've been very positive all the way throughout. You've been positive during the transfer window. And now I feel like deep down, you actually believe in the side. You believe in the manager. You believe in the new players that you're bringing in, that they'll elevate you. But because you're like, I feel like you're just, like you're just covering yourself in case, like, what if this thing goes to the shits and I back it?
Covering myself in what way? What am I doing to cover myself? What am I not saying that you think I should be saying?
Because deep down, I know that you think that this is not just a step in the right direction. The reason why we say Man United is fixed is the following. Is with these signings that you're bringing in, let's say you finish 5th. We're not going to exaggerate. Given the way that your squad is built right now and your team is built right now, with all these players that you brought in, you now go ahead next summer, as Mo said, you make 1 or 2 additions, 3 additions, you become a Champions League stable club. Before Liverpool won the league, we became a Champions League stable club for 4 years. When Spurs got to the Champions League final, they became a Champions League stable club for 3 to 4 years. So my point is, how do you fix Man United? It's not a matter of you're making it like completely like it's just about challenging for the league or winning the league. That's not what I'm saying. I think Man United needs stability because you've seen your club have unbelievable year with Oli, shit year with Oli. Unbelievable year with Mourinho, shit year with Mourinho. And you can't do that anymore. So how do you overcome that and fix Manchester United? By having stability, which is consistently becoming a Champions League club. Meaning for the next 3 years, finish in the top 4, top 5, play Champions League football every year, build your team step by step, and then you can talk about title challenges. So that's all me and Mo are saying.
Fine. So again, it's the word fix. So I think as podcasters, the word we are focusing on, the words we use hold weight and we should get them right. We will not be fixed. This is the crazy part. We're arguing over the word fixed. But we all agree with each other that Baleba coming in makes us a better side that can push us towards those European positions. Establishing ourselves in European positions whilst continuing to improve and fix our squad will hopefully one day push us towards challenging for league titles. That I don't disagree with. That I've said 3 times now, we're in unison from. What I do reject is the notion, and I will not say it, because if we then come 7th, it will be, but you said you were fixed, Terry. So where I am protecting
You're
myself,
covering your ass.
no,
Yeah.
it's
Covering
not,
your
no,
ass.
it's no. What it's not covering my ass, it's making sure that my words are not being manipulated into mindless, childish, immature banter. I do not believe Man United are fixed, but I would believe that we have improved. Improvement is improving on last year, winning more games, scoring more goals. So when you say that I'm not setting standards and I'm protecting my ass, I'm the one asking for a minimum. If we sign Baleba, between 7 and 10 more wins. Sorry, with 7 without Baleba, I want at least 9 to 10 more wins now. I'm asking for 30 more goals next season as a collective team, minimum. Aspirational goal of 40. So this idea that I'm covering my ass is ridiculous. What I'm not going to do is lie to my audience and say I think Man United are fixed, because that is such a definite statement that we are now ready and fixed. My definition of fixed, and I do agree with one of the comments that's come through, that you could argue you're never completely fixed because there's always an area that you can improve on.
Yeah,
but until I look at Man United in that way of being fixed is when I look at it and say, I believe we can challenge for that league title, not just because it's a weak year, but I really believe in the team and in this squad. And I'm just not willing to say that until that point. Now, in terms of my approach under Amorim being different, you are right. My behavior towards Man United has been different this time round, but there is reason for it. So some people in the comments go, oh my God, I've noticed that as well. If you've noticed it, but you don't know why, it's because you're not listening. If you're not listening, you're a jackass. The reason why I'm different is because we're behaving differently as a football club. We've picked a manager, he wants to, and we're making him stick to a style of play. Just what we've done this summer with the bomb squad, players that have disrespected the club or don't want to be here. They've been made to train by themselves. They haven't slowly been integrated back in. We've not put up with their bullshit. We ain't done that before. We normally pander at this point. The profiles of players we're looking for are exactly what we need for the style of play that we're trying to operate under. The way we've negotiated, etc., etc. Nowhere near the level I want to be, and I want it to get better. So yes, the reason I'm different is because for the first time in 10 years, I'm getting actions from my club that I've been asking for. I would be a complete hypocrite if for 10 years on every stream and every time we're sacking the manager, I go, I want this, and this to improve us. As soon as we get that, if I start moaning about it, that's the hypocritical moment. The reason I'm different is because we're moving differently. It's not about protecting my ass. I don't need to protect my backside. If I get an opinion wrong, I just come out and say I got it wrong. I don't really care about it too much, if I'm being honest with you. It's not something I care about ever. Terry said, you said you come 5th, you come 6th. You're wrong. Great. It happens. For me, though, I just don't like this language, because what I believe people are doing is they're trying to set Manchester United up for failure. It's this notion of, they say Man United are fixed. They say they're ready. And
no one is setting you up for failure, Terry. You're not that club anymore for us to set you up for failure.
Well, we are, because we're still the
10 years ago, 13 years ago, you did right. Not anymore.
At the end of
setting. You know what people are doing? People are trying to set Liverpool for failure by saying, "Oh my God, if they sign Isak, they should win the quad." That's called setting up for failure. Me expecting Man United to finish 5th after signing Baleba, Sesko, Mbeumo, and Cunha.
So let me ask you this question then: if you expect us to come, if we get Baleba, so you then think we're better than every other team in England, barring Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal.
Yes.
And again,
Yes.
and again, that's fine, but that's for you guys to put out that prediction. I don't believe that yet. I don't believe yet. You can have that opinion, and I respect it. But I don't believe yet that we have enough proof, enough indicators, enough evidence to go, we're better than Newcastle, we're better than Aston Villa, we're better than Brighton. It may happen, but from my point of view, I don't know that yet. I had someone earlier say, if you get Baleba, you've got to be in the top 4. Do you know what they wouldn't answer? They wouldn't answer which one of the current top 4 we're going to finish above and that we're better than.
But we're here to say our opinions, aren't we? Do you believe Liverpool, if they get Isak, will win the league? Do you believe they're favorites? Okay,
Yes.
answer the question. Okay.
Yes.
How would you know that? How would you know that?
Why do I know that? Because they won the league. I'll tell you why. Because they won the league last year. And out of all the teams that can challenge for the league title this year, I've watched all of their pre-seasons. The only team that I've seen a significant improvement in is Chelsea. But with the likes of Isak, the likes of Wirtz being added, I just believe Liverpool, based on what they did last year, yes, it was only 84 points, but they went on the piss for the last 6-7 games of the season. I still believe they're going to set the highest benchmark. One, I've seen them play before. They've added quality, and I'm very familiar with the game of the chasing pack. So for me, if I'd have watched all of Newcastle's, all of Aston Villa's, all these teams pre-season, my opinion may be a little different. I haven't got that knowledge. That's why.
Okay, so I'll tell you why I think
on paper, Man United, if they sign Baleba, on paper, they have a manager that is a winner, that didn't get the tools last season. I see a style of play, and he just wanted the tools, and the tools have been delivered by its new front three that will provide a spark in the dressing room and spark in the team and spark in the stadium. Baleba provides the athleticism that they needed in that midfield. And I think the defense was good enough last season. It was not bad. This is why, hence, I believe that Man United is the 5th best team in the country. If they sign Baleba, substance, Man United,
and I'll add even to Mo's point. I won't even mention the points that he mentioned. I'll add to Mo's point. Nottingham Forest and Aston Villa, which you have seen 100 times before, mid-table clubs before play European football, they struggle. So with Nottingham Forest and Aston Villa playing Europa League football, they will struggle to maintain good enough form in the league to finish in the top 4, as we have seen before. Plenty of proof of that. It's not just happened once, it's happened 100 times in front of our very own eyes. Newcastle United playing Champions League football, potentially losing Isak is going to be worse for them, just like 2 years ago when they played Champions League football and finished 8th, because they are not ready. They don't have a good enough squad to finish 5th again. And then Nottingham Forest, who was there and thereabouts, also play what's it called, Europa League football, and Crystal Palace play Conference League football. So you're the one with the advantage of playing 1 game a week with a starting 11 on paper that's better than all the teams I just mentioned.
So again, like, that's all fair, and we could do it. I'm not saying it's impossible. I've never once said it's impossible. It's just not where I think we're going to finish yet. We don't even have Baleba yet. What I would also say is this: I've heard this from many Liverpool players, including Mo Salah, many City players. The most prominent one I remember was Bernardo Silva. That the professional football players prefer 2 games a week. It puts them in a better flow. And I'm not going to just disregard what these winners and these professionals have said because people want to put unnecessary expectation. Because they want me to put unnecessary expectations on my players or push out and project opinions I don't agree with. Me not agreeing with you doesn't mean that your opinions are invalid. You can just still give your opinions. I've just still said what I've said. We will get better if Baleba comes in, and I think there'll be a significant improvement this year. The same as I think there's going to be a significant improvement without him with the strikers that we've purchased. However, I just will not use the word Man United.
You are trying to make us like we're putting pressure on Man United, and I'm telling you, and I'm speaking.
No.
I'm speaking for
you're trying to put me under pressure to say something I don't believe, and I'm not going to do it.
You guys are trying to put pressure on Man United. We're not actually at all. I'm telling you, me and Ozan, if Man United finish 5th, good enough for them. If Man United finish 6th, I don't think it's a failure at all.
At all. It's not a failure.
If we finish where?
Like if we finish 5th, it's very good. If you finish 6th or 7th, I think it's okay. I don't think it's the end of the world. I think the manager
and again,
I'm not putting pressure. There's no pressure. That isn't what I just said. Man United.
I'm not putting pressure either.
What I just, gentlemen, you two are listening to respond and not to understand. What I literally just said is that you are putting pressure on me to project an opinion that I don't agree with. Equally, if we finish 6th right now, someone offered me 6th place today before a ball's kicked, I would take it with or without the signing of Baleba, because it's a guarantee of European football next year. It's a guarantee that we've improved this season, and the likelihood is we're going to be a better team. If we can improve on that and get to 5th and get in the Champions League, so be it. But going back to the first point before we jump into these super chats, is I will not call this squad, this team, this club fixed. Let's go to some of these super chats here.